A major road construction project began today in Quincy. Crews have started repairing Adams between 14th and 16th Streets. They plan to reconstruct the roadway, including new pavement, curbs, gutters, and also sidewalks. The $400,000 project is a priority based on requests from area residents.
Each ward has so much money allocated to them every year. We call it ward funds, and this was one of the projects that the aldermen had identified in their ward that they'd like to see done. So that's kind of why some of these projects, especially on the side streets, they're mostly driven by requests from aldermen and the conditions.
Now, while the street will be closed to traffic, access will be given to those who live along the route as much as possible. That project is expected to take about 4 months, and it is scheduled to reopen in late August, depending on